booty poppin', booty booty poppin', booty poppin', booty booty poppin', booty poppin', booty booty poppin', booty poppin', booty booty poppin'.
You said it's Sundress season. I'm here, you know the reason. Ain't no time for dresses for no little booty chicks who out here teasing. I'm out here in the spandex. You dizzy your little mama vex. Following me like it's a hex. Body match my intellect. When I slide, his eyes wide, sick from my vibe. His mind fried. I'm summer fine, down in my thighs. My stride right, my abs tight. Let's go for this ride. Any gear, every time. I'm perfection bona fide. Booty poppin', booty poppin'. Booty poppin', booty poppin', booty poppin', booty poppin', booty poppin', booty poppin'.
It is Don't Believe the Hype, Donovan Sadiq, and my girl D from the DK Show on Sundays, Facebook Live. D, you're earning that hate on that show.
That's fine.
You know,
run up!
Yes, yes. You're doing excellent well. By the way, everybody, for those that tune into the Pastor Don Show, Pastor Don has gone over 100 episodes.
Woo-hoo!
2 years worth of work put in, and so he's very happy about that. I'm very happy to have produced that many shows. Now, if you add that show plus all the other shows I've done, I've probably produced over what? I say about 400 shows.
A lot, probably more than that.
Probably 400 shows. So we're doing very well. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of everything. Now, you guys just saw a video of a district attorney, which is a elected official in the city of Portsmouth, Virginia. And this video has kind of created a little bit of, I wouldn't say it's a big controversy, I think it's a little bit of controversy. Mm-hmm. And what you saw in the video was this DA who basically was in a video that was produced and written by her son, and her family members are in it. Now, as you guys all know, me and Dee have our differences when it comes to how our women should be portrayed. Now, here's a very professional woman who is in a video talking about booty popping and all that other good stuff. Now, is that the problem in the video? I don't think it is, but let me give you guys a narrative.
Yeah, go ahead, brother, because you sent the mess to me early this morning, upset.
Yeah, I was upset. It says right here, the Portsmouth Commonwealth attorney is at the center of a controversy outside of the courtroom. Some are calling Stephanie Morales outside of work activities into question after she tweeted out a link to her family rap video titled Sundress Season, which is posted on YouTube for the public to view. Civil activist Barry Randall has a problem with the video and has started an effort to get her recalled. Who sent it? Turn on our computer and watch our Commonwealth's attorney do the booty pop. I have a problem with the whole gist of the video, said Randall. 10 on your side spoke to Morales about the video on Tuesday. She said she is proud of it, saying the dancing, the music, all of it was created from the ground up. Because I'm going to get me a record contract, and I'm just going to go out there and boop, boop, I'm going to be the next Cardi B.
That ain't what the hell.
Okay, she didn't say that.
You lied.
But basically, that's what it's kind of coming off to. Morales says her 14-year-old son lost a bet to his dad and had to give him one of his beats, which they used to create the video. Morales says she wrote the lyrics, she says, in the video. Her husband, Louis, wrote his lines. Their son and young daughters also appear throughout the video. Now, some of his lines in there, booty cracking and, whatever. That's another story, but you guys saw the video for yourself. Randall is calling for Morales to step down due to what he calls poor judgment. What women have to face in the workforce and sexual assault, I think it's a poor choice for our city's top cop to exploit and display her body in that matter. Now, the woman was fine. That is no doubt about that.
None of that
the
kind
woman
of stuff.
was fine.
Got it going on.
She got it going on. And look, how these brothers like, oh, she light skin is better. I don't see it. I'm sorry.
Light skin.
Yeah, light skin is better. Light skin is better. That
mentality. I thought you said she was light.
No, that was a chocolate sister. And of course, my family, a lot of my friends know my grandmother was very dark and very beautiful, and I've always had an affinity to dark skinned women.
Right.
I mean, that's just me. Nothing against the light skins. I'm just saying I always had an affinity for the dark skins. Andy Fox went to the Portsmouth courthouse to gauge the public's view on the video. You can watch and that was part of the video that you guys have already seen. Now, let's get into it.
Go ahead, brother. I'm just posting this video.
My opinion is the woman was fine. There ain't no lie. Now, you are the top cop in Virginia. I think that, yes, you can do whatever you want in your house and do whatever the thing is. However, I believe she should not, professionally, as a professional, it's just like anything on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, you jeopardize your coin when you put stuff like that out there. Now, was it a bad video? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But again, your employer might have a problem with it. And that's what I'm saying. You see a lot of people jeopardizing their coin because of their extracurricular activities. And I just think that she should have used better judgment rather than tweeting that out as the district attorney. Ms. K, your thoughts?
Okay, I like to first start off by saying I just happened to be up when you sent the video.
Yes,
I don't know,
2, 3 in the morning.
And so I'm like, okay, what is this mess?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking I'm going to see something that's going to make me fall out the bed with the horror and disgust. And so, as he said, this lady is a video district attorney, district attorney. Was in her son's rap video, which was, to me, was cute. It was harmless. She's dancing now. They made it like the lady was booty twerking and popping. This lady wasn't booty popping. She wasn't.
They edited that. They edited that.
Lying and kick it. Stop lying and kick it. I'm thinking I'm gonna see some twerking, bending over, just the whole nine.
Did you see what she had on, that cat suit?
Listen.
Nobody wants to see all that.
Okay, hold up.
Oh no, please stay seated. We don't want. We don't want to see that. The world's not ready for that.
She wanted to bring in form-fitting stuff.
Yeah.
What's that brand's name? Randall. What's his name?
Yeah, Randall.
The Randall hater.
Randall Albert.
Right. No shame, not body shaming, because as you can see, I got a couple LBs on me. This Negroid look like Fat Albert.
Hey, he might have daughters. Would you want your daughter being the DA?
I didn't see nothing wrong with it. As you see, I pretty much always have clothes on for the most part. If it ain't hot. I pretty much always, she had on a cat suit. It was a rap video. What's she supposed to have on her business suit she goes to trial in? What's she supposed to wear?
Well, why be in the video at all?
Because it was her son's video. Her son asked her to be in the video. The son lost the bet or whatever. So it was the family. Then they even talk about the little girls was twerking and booty popping.
They were in the top. They were doing all of this.
You a damn lie.
They edited the video.
Y'all gonna see the video, okay? Y'all gonna see the video when Donovan produces it, okay? And y'all can go YouTube it for yourself.
YouTube it. It's called
Booty Poppin' 2 or 3 really cute little girls. They were fully clothed. And they're dancing. There was no booty popping or twerking allowed. Now, yes, admittedly, the lyrics in the song was talking about booty popping and Sundress season. Her husband was to me was a terrible rapper. The song was garbage. What the young people say was garbage, but the concept was cute.
Yeah, the concept was good.
But Fat Albert Sanderson or whatever his name was, Sanders. He wants to get the woman recalled. It's like, why?
Yeah, I don't understand that aspect.
Don't you need a black district attorney?
Right.
Don't you need that? Because when you get Miss Ann ass in there, and then she starts doing stuff that's contrary to black people, then you're going to be mad. But you leading the charge to get this lady fired. What did she do wrong? She's dancing in the video. Yeah, she got a cat suit on, which she looks marvelous, by the way.
Yeah, she looks marvelous.
Cat suit. Not too many people with 3 kids gonna pull that off. I'm just saying.
Right.
Okay.
Well, you got some people with 1 child that can't pull
but
that off.
But it wasn't inappropriate. It wasn't like the lady was naked. She's got a nice body.
She does.
And to her point, she's like, damn, I can't have fun. This job is, listen, if anybody is speaking, knows about this, I'm in PR, okay? I have copious amount of experience in PR, and if I thought that the lady was doing something that was bad or inappropriate, I would have said it was. But to her point, I'm having fun. I have a life outside. If I'm not doing nothing that's inappropriate, I'm not naked.
So when the police are busting those strip clubs in
That lady was a stripper.
No, I'm just saying.
Mhm.
So when they are busting strip clubs in the Virginia area, the Portsmouth area, you don't think that might be a conflict of interest on cases where you're busting these girls in the VIP room? They say, well, we saw her on the. I'm doing no different than her.
First of all, I think that's a fallacy to try to equate what that lady, the district attorney or the assistant district attorney, was doing in that video to anything in a strip club. First of all, that's a married woman who was in the video with her husband and her 3 children.
Wait a minute. How do you know she's married?
She said it was her husband.
What if they're in an open relationship?
What difference do it make? That's her man.
Okay.
If her man moved from Mars and decided to be in a relationship with that woman, that's her man.
Okay.
She in the video with her man. She wasn't backing up on nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't even backing up on her man. She wasn't doing anything equivalent to what people do in a strip club. She wasn't at a strip club. She wasn't doing anything illegal.
Okay.
And the cold part about it is Mr. Sanders, with his hating self, white folks are probably never gonna see that video.
Mm.
And now that you alerted the authorities, oh, well, the sister needs to be recalled because she booty popping, which was a lie. It's inappropriate. Now you done alerted them to the nonsense. So yeah, they'll probably get a recall because they don't want her in there no way.
Right.
And then, like I said, when you get Miss Ann or Massa up in there, and then you get all your homies getting charged and your kids and stuff getting charged ridiculously, then you're gonna be like, to me, what's the more harm? This lady in a rap video with her son that was cheesy, or you getting her recalled and getting somebody in there who's gonna do more damage?
So let me ask you this.
I'm winning, by the way.
No, it isn't a win. You go one domino,
D and D. You got 0, I got 5.
Right.
Go ahead.
But as a woman professional, do you think maybe she should have dressed a little bit more appropriate for her age?
How do you dress in a rap video? How do you dress in a rap video?
I don't know.
Well, let me ask you
I've
this.
seen rap videos you don't
Let
have
me
to dress
ask
like
you
that.
this.
Money Love?
What would you have liked to see her in?
Well, if I knew that she was the DA, I definitely don't want to see her in that. Okay, and I'm going to say this based on my experience. When I was in the military, in the Air Force, you can't see me, wearing certain things because no matter what, I represent the Air Force 24 hours a day. Yeah, you wouldn't see me booty popping or like that, but because I have to represent the Air Force 24 hours a day.
Right.
And I have to be very careful about the image that I portray representing that Air Force. Because I said if my employer sees me doing a certain thing, I could be held accountable to that. And that's what my whole point of the problem that I have with the video. I'm not saying she did anything wrong per se, but just like social media, and you're in these states where it's cause, they can just fire you just because. You know what I mean?
I could think of 122 other things that lady could have been doing that would be deemed inappropriate.
Sure. I just think that, maybe she should have put on a nice,
The lady had on black spandex pants, a half top that was long sleeve. Never did once in that whole video did she show her booty.
But what I'm saying
Never
is,
once
you're
did
the
she do
DA.
that.
You're dealing with a lot of criminals. Now you got all these guys wanting to come to the house, beat you down, take you out there.
Really? That's what they want to do?
It's possible.
Really?
Possible.
You playing now.
Now, you guys also remember now, Dee used to be the twerking queen.
That's a lie, but if I was used to, okay? Used to.
So.
Now.
Okay.
Well, I don't see nothing. I don't see the, like, I was looking for the clutch the pearl moment. Like, oh, this hussy. That's what I was looking for. I watched it twice and I was like, I still didn't see the smoke.
But this goes back to the last video we did where, it goes back to in our community where we hold our people to a higher standard than we would.
And to some degree we should, but don't be doing it to where you're cracking the whip on them harder than the master would do. Don't try to be, master,
Right.
I got it. Let me do it.
Right. Steve, don't be a Steven.
Right. Like what the... So what? The lady's in the video with her kids and her husband. Like I said, the video was cheesy. It ain't going on the billboards, I don't think. It's not gonna.
Right.
Nobody would have saw that. But what would you?
But here we are.
But he had his big old booty at City Hall. I'm trying to get a recall.
Yeah. But here we are, all the way in Moreno Valley, California, talking about a video.
And I say, if the sister for whatever reason get recalled, she damn sure got a career somewhere.
Yeah.
Like I said, the sister bad.
She bad. She reminds me of Thelma from Good Times. I mean, Thelma is 68 years old, my mom's age, still looks good.
She looks really good.
You know, my mom looks pretty good too for her age, but
yeah. I mean,
everybody miss my mom.
No, you stupid.
That's because that's my mom. I don't want to miss my mom.
Of course.
You know,
You don't want to be stepdaddy?
No, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
Mom, you probably got stepdaddy right now.
Yeah, no, my mom got a lot of friends.
Hey, my mom used to say, God rest her soul. I ain't saying I ever took that advice, but you know, a car has 4 tires and a spare.
That is knowledge that you can use, exactly.
I ain't using it, but there's some people who could use it,
right.
You know.
Now, since we're on that and how we're talking about this young lady, let's just recap the Phil from the Advice Show situation.
Lord.
Now, Phil is being handled because now they think that he is not credible because he's married to somebody who isn't perceived to be a person of color.
She's not black, but she's not white.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the arguments are. He's saying she's not white, and the no-tep Negroes are saying, but she's not black. Okay, and so there's been this effort throughout and I'm gonna say this really strongly with hard quotations. This effort in the conscious community to take him down, but that's not unusual. That's what those no-tep Negroes do anyway. They try no-tep. That's the spin off of Hotep. These big peace and love and Ashe brothers, you know, or sisters, however. They think that they're doing this in the name of Hotepery, in the name of consciousness, but you're not. Nothing is less conscious than trying to take down a black man who is trying to help black people. The other argument is too, again, because he talks about it too, that when he first started the channel, he would talk about ratchet women and stuff like that. Although I've never seen that commentary.
I remember when he started.
But
him and Tommy Sotomayor were going at it.
I would hear him talk about that, and he has also said the fact that he's not doing that anymore. People try to come after him. And so people are saying, well, you're trying to hide your wife because she's not black, and how could you be sleeping white? I'll just say this. I don't make it a point to talk bad about people's spouses because we ugly to somebody.
Exactly.
I don't care how fine you are. Beyonce ugly to somebody.
Yeah, to me, Beyonce is average looking. I'm sorry, I don't see what the hype is. I don't see what
who are we to decide what beauty is? Beauty is indeed in the eye of the beholder. It's not for us. Because I guarantee you, a lot of, the people who are saying his wife is ugly and all this other stuff, I guarantee you, your spouse ain't nothing to write home about either. Right. I mean, I'm just saying. Some people say that about me, I don't give a damn.
And what's that? Road ugly.
You're right, you know.
She's been rode ugly.
Rode hard and put away wet.
Exactly.
All right? But that's for you. That's what you like. You love it.
Right.
But to me, if you're going to argue a point, don't argue it out of ignorance. Because most of the channels that I visited that were talking in contradiction to Phil, we're talking bad about his wife. She's ugly, she's fat, she's this, she's that, she looks like Miss Piggy. And all this stuff. It's like, okay, nigga. Yes, I said it.
Yes.
What other thing do you have to offer other than talking about this man's wife? Are you doing half of the work that this man has done? Or are you just being one of those negative Negroes that want to jump? You see one indiscrepancy, you want to jump on it and blow it up and make it more than it is. I mean, if that's the case, we need to discount Farrakhan because he ain't, blue-black. We need to discount Elijah Muhammad. He wasn't blue-black
Martin
either.
Luther King.
Well, definitely Malcolm X, because we know that all of them, to some degree, have white blood running through their veins. And so what? Are we discounting them too? I mean, Frederick Douglass, who a lot of people look up to, he wasn't married. Originally, he was married to a black woman, but he ended up with a white woman. But he still fought for black people. Should we discount him too? I mean, I'm just saying it. So I don't have a dog in the fight with who people love or who they want to be with. But if the man is doing the work and he's showing the work, where is the issue? You mad because he's not with a woman who you would prefer him to be with? The man is telling you she's not white. He put up the DNA. What difference? To me, I asked on the thing, why do you need to tell any of these Negroes who the hell you laying down with? They ain't telling you who they with.
Exactly.
I mean, if
I was Phil, I would have left that alone. Like, hey, you can say whatever.
But
you want
I
to
get
say.
why he's doing it because now you have all these ignorant
He's trying
people.
to show receipts.
Yeah, who are trying to make more out of the situation than it is. Like I said, the man has almost 1 million followers, and so I get it. A lot of these people are probably paid to do it. Come after him because he said he gets death threats all the time. Like, who in their right mind want to get death threats over their people? And the cool part about it is he's getting death threats, but yet the very people he's trying to highlight things to and educate and show things that we're not seeing in mainstream media are turning their backs on him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, so what are you doing in opposition to what Phil is doing? Since he can't be black and sleep white or be pro-black and sleep white. What are you doing with your black ass woman or your black ass man? What are you doing?
Absolutely.
I mean, I just think those are fair questions. I don't think we should sit up and hate on people without, because my dad and the Muslims, because my dad is Muslim, says people often try to defend things they have no knowledge of. Get some real knowledge before you try to build a case on somebody. The man is telling you his woman is not white. Take him at his word. Yes, my man don't a lot of times can pass for white, but that is a brother. Mm-hmm. That is a black man, and he often gets that. Oh, what are you? What difference do it make what I am? I'm a black man. Leave it at that.
Well, I can say this. One thing I know about Dee, I've known her for over 30 years. She is not into the white thing. So trust me.
Not at all.
If that was a white man, he wouldn't be with her.
No shade to any white man. I got white friends who will mail and all that other stuff.
Your preference. It's your preference.
I don't like okra either.
Yeah, you don't have to explain that.
There's a lot of stuff I don't like,
mm-hmm.
but that don't mean that I'm against it. It's just how about this? I have a preference for black men. Mm-hmm. All I've ever dated was black men. So. I mean,
I'm talking about black men.
Right, I mean, but I'm not one of these Negroes like you see on a lot of the people talking about Phil. Well, she light skinned. These Hotep brothers always getting a light skin. So what? Mm-hmm. Why are we perpetuating the
Step
colorism?
up your game.
But why are we perpetuating colorism? Isn't black black? So
mm-hmm.
what? Can that person help that they didn't come out 10 shades of midnight?
Right.
Being 10 shades, I know plenty of Negroes who are 10 shades of midnight and don't know nothing the first thing about being black. Mm-hmm. Won't be with no black woman.
Right.
Won't educate their black children or whoever they have about blackness. None of that. So being black at this table don't make you black.
Absolutely.
I mean, Jesse Lee Peterson.
Yes.
That black dude.
Mm-hmm.
Black dude, if you will, that's on what is it,
right.
CRTV?
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
I ain't gonna say the C word because I heard we'd be getting in trouble on YouTube for saying that word. This dude started White History Day, or White History Month for white people.
Yes.
It's a black dude.
Right, because
who is very black.
Right. Because white people kept complaining why they don't have a day. Every day is your day.
And he took up the charge of making White History Month. This is a black dude who's very, very black complected. Mm-hmm. So to your guys' argument, I mean, there's a lot of very black people out there doing very white things. Mm-hmm. So the color of your skin don't make you. Yeah, well,
doing the show because honey, we ain't street, so hey, y'all supposed to
we can be though.
We can be.
Run up.
But I mean, like I said, most people say making videos that we do, we should be doing porn or and
or twerking. It's silly. It's a gossip telling y'all what Cardi B is doing and all of that. Because that's where people don't have a problem with. People with that kind of content, if you gossiping about people, you giving people the tea and all this other stuff, then people love that kind of stuff. But you got this brother who probably could turn his platform into anything if he wanted to, with almost 1 million people. He's choosing to highlight the ills in the black community and how to become better, but yet we mad.
Right, and the thing is, when he first started, he's putting videos up maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Now he's really content
all day. Yeah, because he said he wants to do news with a common sense approach.
Right.
And so he wants to highlight the things that happen in our community that we won't see on mainstream media at all. If we see those things on mainstream media, it's the whitewash version. It's not what really happened and those type of things. And then two, for those of you who say, oh, Phil is getting over on the black community, he's getting all this money from black people.
Okay.
Well, white people, Asians, Arabs, Indians, they getting your money to the tune of 97% of $1.3 trillion.
That's a common sense approach. Don't do that on this show.
Well, it's mad at them. How much yakking you got in your head that didn't come from black people?
Exactly.
How many Jordans you got on your feet that didn't come from black people? How much money are you giving to all those other communities who are getting over on you in your face?
Mm-hmm.
How many of those liquor stores are you shutting down that's getting a lot of your money?
Mm-hmm.
How many of those beauty supplies that are choking out black women every damn day are you shutting down? Or are you just on this man's channel, this man being Phil from the Advice Show, are you just on his channel trying to bring him down because of something somebody told you about his woman?
Wait a minute. Tommy Sotomayor was doing the same thing, and you led the charge in getting Tommy off YouTube.
That was the same thing he was doing. I wasn't leading the charge getting Tommy off of YouTube. First of all, I said that I agree with some of the things that he says.
Right.
I just never like his delivery.
Right, his delivery.
His delivery sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And it does. I mean, I think we would have an argument to say his delivery does not suck.
Mm-hmm.
But I get it. Tommy's shtick is, let me talk bad about black women because that turns on.
No.
Yes,
it gets
to
like
talk
this part,
bad
but
about black women.
no, but think about it though.
BT1000.
Wait.
Listen and understand that Terminator is out there. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. And it absolutely will not stop. Ever. Until you are dead.
Machines. Oh, yeah.
Wait.
There they are, Tommy.
Wait. Do you think about it from a business standpoint?
Bees and hoes and hair hats and
Wait.
warlocks.
Wait. Okay.
Oh, that's your word.
Yeah. In all seriousness, if we really think about his business model, by doing that, who responds to that? The black women. By insulting. I know it's a bad model, but
how
it
do we
works.
respond though?
Some of us, you'd be cursing him out. 1,000 people against Tommy Sotomayor.
Right,
You know.
so there you have it. His delivery is for shock value.
Yeah, it is.
Every time I call a black woman a black whore,
right,
a
BT1000,
BT1000, a machine, hair hats, and that gets a lot of dead black men
and women.
And his audience really ain't y'all, if you really know the truth.
Yeah.
It's white people.
Exactly.
It's white people and all the other people who it doesn't black women.
But wait a minute. But I agree with everything you just said. Because maybe you have a disagreement. Like I said, he's my personal leader.
We know that. That's a damn
However, if there was no content from out there him to point out, he wouldn't have a show.
Does he have a solution ever? Because I don't watch Tommy. I watch the stuff you sent me. What's the solution to black women?
All kinds of stuff. He comes out and says what could have been done different in that video, or what that like when these chicks are talking about, oh, this guy ain't shit, blah blah blah. Well, you picked him.
Okay, hold on a second, Donovan. You black piece of crap. You no good so and so mother do black ass whoopty whoop.
Right.
You need to do better.
Okay.
How you gonna respond to that?
I'm gonna say, you know what? You're right.
You a damn liar.
That's what I would say.
I'm gonna say, Donovan, you are. I believe in you as a black man. I believe that you are worthy and you should be doing better. I saw in this video that you were doing A, B, C, and D. Man, what impact would you have if you did the opposite? If you did things to help black people, opposed to doing the things you're doing?
Man, get that L7 shit up out of here, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what the hell you talking about?
So I get it. If Tommy talked to people like that, it would be a person and one cricket watching him. But the fact that, and I understand. Listen, Tommy, I am not mad at you. Listen, get your money. But I'm saying your delivery is bad, but maybe it's not bad because it's getting you views, it's getting you followers, it's getting you money, it's getting you the response that you needed. Because I know, Tommy, I'm with you, in that if you were talking civil to people, people wouldn't follow you.
Right. Well, it's kind of like me here in local politics. Me and Pastor Don were talking about that this morning. Because a lot of people that follow Pastor Don say, why are you with that guy? Because he's in people's faces and his delivery is just, my thing is I'm a truth sayer. I'm going to speak what's on my mind and just say, hey, F you, and this is bull crap. And, yeah, it's shock value and there's no confusion in what I'm saying.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why I do it. That way everybody understands the vernacular of cuss words. You know what I mean? There's no doubt about it. So if I'm calling you a criminal and you're a loser, like I said, you don't see me getting upset when people call me a nigga because I know they say that a lot.
Just don't say it to your face.
Yeah, they don't say it to my face though, and I get threatened to come get beat up and stuff. But everybody knows where I live. I mean, crickets. I mean, I just can't wait till somebody steps on my doorstep. I can't wait. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
You know,
brother.
and my mom says I have a death wish, or no, it's not a death wish. It's just the idea of I am so frustrated with what's going on. If somebody comes over here and wants to
Well, you
talk,
would be within
we
your
can
right.
talk.
Right.
We can talk.
You would be within your rights to talk to them.
To talk to them. And I'm going to talk to them in the language that they
Right. Well, I'm gonna
understand.
meet you where you are.
Right.
Right.
So,
Exactly where you are.
Yeah. So like I said, if I'm talking Chinese and you're talking English, there's no
Right.
understanding.
Right. I listen, brother. You
But
ain't
if
got to.
you put your hands up, I'll put my hands up too.
Right. And one of us ain't gonna make it out of here.
Exactly. I mean, that's how upset I am. But that's you also got to understand what audience you're dealing with, because if you see me on Pastor Don's show, I'm very passive.
I wouldn't say passive. I mean, y'all talking about the Lord.
Yeah, the
stuff,
Lord,
So you
yeah.
don't want to be getting it.
Right,
drunk,
and being
you know?
disrespectful like
Yeah.
that. But when I'm on this show or another show, I'm
Now
gonna
you acting ass.
I'm gonna be myself. I have my own show that I'm gonna do a little bit later on, and I'm gonna talk about some of the stuff that is going on in the city of Moreno Valley. Because for those of you guys that don't know, and you can do your research, the biggest public official bribe in FBI history happened in this city, and it's unfortunate. A lot of people don't even know what a Moreno Valley is.
What is some
Yeah, it's right next to Riverside, California. A lot of people know that Riverside.
River Tucky.
Yeah, River Tucky. And I'm going to talk about the corruption that is still going on in this city. I mean, people are being threatened and ruined, and people. Here's the funny thing, Dina, on my show and on my page, my Facebook page. The funny thing is this, and I know you don't follow it a lot, but sometimes you'll click on it. The Edoites, and that's a group of people who work for a developer his name is Edo Bendizi. I call him Edoites, which is a synonym for idiot. This guy's the CEO of Highland Fairview, which is causing all the problems in this city. And he buys our elections and all this other stuff. The funny thing is, they constantly quote how nobody watches the show, nobody listens to my podcast, nobody does all this, but they can quote everything I say in the show, and yet they're the main ones commenting and giving me the views and the like or the dislikes or whatever. It's just totally insanity. And they don't like the fact that I'm not afraid of them, because they're not going to bust a grape. They don't like the fact that I mean what I say, and I say what I mean.
And that brings me to a point too. I was on one of your posts. You were talking about Bill Cosby and
Right.
Kavanaugh.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that you had a lot of people who tried to subjugate you. In fact, I made a comment, but I deleted it. I was like, nope,
You're not going to jump
not
into
your
that.
monkey, not your show.
Right,
That's
right.
what my mom used to say.
Mhm.
But what I said was, what did I say exactly?
Well, just paraphrase it.
I said, notice that basically, I said, I hope you see, and I can't remember what I said, how people feel about you that you don't agree with them. The minute you don't agree with them,
right.
and they try to subjugate you, and you can't really mean that, and you stick and likened you to a couple of the agitators in Moreno Valley and this, that, and the other. I'm like, wow. 1 minute he's your friend, and then the next, because he has his own opinion, God forbid, you want to demonize him?
Right, but I don't agree with what Trump is doing, and you're a Trump supporter, but I'm not chastising you.
See, I'm so gangster. I'm like, I don't give a damn
Right.
what you like.
Yeah.
Listen, what you can do
Mhm.
is watch who see your ass off my post.
Mhm.
If you don't like what I'm saying, but
And-
you are not going unless you come with some more facts or evidence to prove me. I said facts and evidence
Right.
to prove me wrong. You're not gonna change my mind because
Right.
you upset.
Right, but a lot of my friends already know that about me. So if you don't know, you're not going to scare me on my page.
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Like I said, I'm entitled to my opinion. I don't agree with most of the people that are on my page.
I mean, the word is mine.
Mhm.
It's my page.
Right.
Me and you didn't sign up for Facebook
Right,
together. We
right.
don't have a joint account like some of these suckers out there with their women having two.
Right.
Emily,
Two passwords,
Emily and
right.
Bob's.
Yeah, we both gotta know what the password is.
We both in the profile picture because this is our shared account. Because I don't trust you, you don't
Right.
trust me.
Right.
It's like we
Right.
didn't sign up for this Facebook account
Right.
together.
But again, a lot of my friends or people that I associate with know I am a free spirit. Put it like this, and I say this to Dee all the time. I am literally a free man, black man, walking in the United States. I have no debt. I owe the government nothing because of my service, everything got discharged, whatever my situation is. I am literally a free man. So everybody can kiss my ass and hallelujah. I mean,
Amen.
and you know, and I'm not directing it at any one particular person.
I mean, if you
but,
is, so what?
Right. You
So
know, I am
what?
a free man. So
And that's what we need to get out of, honestly.
Feelings.
Yeah, get out your feelings when it comes to my stuff.
Right.
I'm probably very void of emotions.
Yeah.
My man, you know, says that sometimes, yeah, I have any compassion. My daughter, just people in general who know me, it's not that I don't have no compassion. I like to think.
Use logic.
I like to. You know, I cry.
Yeah.
I cry sometimes a lot. I cried over my mama yesterday. Just like, damn, out of nowhere.
Right.
But the point that I'm making is, let's get out of our emotions and our feelings when it comes about other people's opinions.
And let people have fucked up
Yeah,
opinions.
so what?
Let them have
Or-
it. You should know who that person
Yes.
is.
Or like last week when Bill Cosby went to jail, I put up some stuff on my page and people was in their feelings. I'm gonna start calling their ass Kiki. You and your feelings about what I'm doing. I said, prove me wrong.
Right. Oh, that was a big debate on your show.
Prove me wrong.
And nobody
I keep
could.
asking you to prove me wrong. And nobody wants to do it. People want to bring up the amendments and this statute.
Wait.
Prove me
Wait.
wrong.
Wait. But what about Hillary? What
Oh,
about?
and what about them?
Yeah.
What about these?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what about what?
We're
talking about the current
I don't even
situation.
entertain that because that's what we call a red herring. You're going off something that's like off subject, that's off topic, has nothing to do with what we're talking about, and so you want to use these whataboutisms. You know,
Come with facts.
Yeah, get out your feelings and your
Current
emotions.
facts, not what Hillary. We know. Fuck Hillary. We know she's a corrupted person. That's why she's not president today. We're talking about what's going on with the person right now in office or whatever the situation is. Not the neighbor, not
That's
whatever.
a deflection. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I don't, because I really came back of what I'm arguing. I have no knowledge of what I'm trying to defend. And so I want to throw something else in it because I don't know what I'm talking about.
On your show Sunday, and those guys that don't know Dee or whatever, go to her show. It's on Facebook Live and it's on YouTube. And go to her channel, the Demetra K channel, on YouTube. You were in an argument with a person who, you know, you're giving facts and you're asking facts, and he kept quoting his interpretation of the statute. I was trying to figure it out because it didn't make sense to me.
Basically trying to define rape and saying, yeah, Bill Cosby didn't say he raped somebody, but per the statute and the definition of this, that, the other, he raped somebody. I'm like, okay, well, if what you're saying is true that he really did rape somebody, why didn't the prosecution charge him for rape?
Right. And that's what I was saying. I couldn't understand his. It didn't make sense.
Can I just keep it real with you?
Keep it real.
Because he don't listen anyway. He ain't listening where no knowledge is. He wants to listen where his own knowledge is.
Right, okay.
The problem with people like him is if it's not his way or his ideology, then you're wrong. He can't listen to anybody else's reasoning or facts. It has to be his own facts. And I also have to often say this to a couple of men because I find like, especially men and black men, always they try to subjugate me. Why I don't know what it is. I've also heard the other part of it is that it's rare to hear a woman speak the way you do, with knowledge and stuff like that.
The Book of Ice is available on Amazon.
Well, it's not him.
Yeah, no, I know it's not him.
I often have men that try to subjugate me, and I have to remind them there's only a couple men that can do that to me. That's my daddy and that's my man.
Right.
And my brothers if they ain't cooning. Excuse me.
Right.
Sorry.
But
there's only a few people who can do that to me.
Right.
You don't have the ability to subjugate me and tell me what to do, especially if you coming at me in a hostile manner. Now, if you want to speak to me like you got some sense and bring some facts and knowledge to the situation, I'll listen to that, but you wrong, and you this, and you should, nah, boo, you can't talk to me like that.
And that's my thing. If I don't have the receipts and the facts, I'm not going to get an argument with you. I'm going to be like, hey, I'm done, all right.
Right, but you can't shut me up because you don't like what I'm saying, especially if you're not producing no knowledge. Bring your evidence.
But the things that he was bringing to me had no bearing on what you were saying
at all. His stance was, well, Bill Cosby's a rapist, and he even admitted it. And I said, well, where did he admit that he was a rapist?
Right.
And for a week straight, he never produced any evidence. He kept trying to produce the statutes. This is what technically, from what he's saying, that's rape. And I'm like, well, then why did the prosecution charge him flat out with rape? If that's what he did.
Because you're still in the statute of limitations of the Andrea
Yeah, they could have
lady.
charged him with rape if they wanted
Right.
to, but they charged him for indecent.
Yeah, it was another
Assault, something.
yeah
3 counts.
sexual assault of whatever,
they
but
didn't
it
call
wasn't
it rape.
Right.
And nor did he admit to rape.
Mhm.
But instead of proving his case, he wanted to shut me up and tell me I was wrong and I'm irresponsible and all this stuff. But
because I immediately understood what you were saying and where you were going with it. Because when I looked at it, I said, "Well, yeah, that's true."
Well, he's just an argumentative dude, and I tell him, as Lil Duval said, which is my theme song, I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. I'm not gonna do it.
Well,
especially when it comes to you want to argue something you have no knowledge of.
Okay, gotcha.
Produce some receipts and then I'll shut up.
Right. You guys check out that clip on the Demetra K show. It's on YouTube and it's also on Spreaker. Very informative. Like I said, you guys want some knowledge, please tune into the Demetra K show. She brings a good subject every
I mean,
week.
I do the research. I don't just be doing like a lot of people do. Well, what had happened was, from what I understand. Listen. This is just one page that I usually bring on this show.
And that reduced.
Right. But on my show, it'd be 2, 3, 4 pages of information that I've researched. So
about 10 minutes of her intro is based on.
I don't want to start off, well, I heard Bill Cosby went to jail, y'all. No, I want to give you guys something that maybe you didn't know. Because a lot of stuff when I researched it, I didn't know.
Right, exactly.
I'm going to give you the full context, the background. I want to preface what I'm saying before we get into the dialogue.
Absolutely. Also, yesterday, I want to talk about real quick. We got 5 minutes to go.
Why don't you say shut up, D?
No. I'm definitely going to do that because, like I said, I learn stuff every day from you. So, I want to talk about, real quick, jury duty. And yesterday, I was called for jury duty. This was my, I have been in jury duty for 3 years because the rule in California is if you get seated as a juror, you will not have to do something for 3 years. So now my 3 years is up. I was called to jury duty. I go to jury duty, and there's all these black people in there. And you know when the judge says, if you have a hardship, raise your hand. I want to hear your hardship. And
Wendy Williams is coming on.
Yeah. The lady, as an older lady, she gets up, and and I raised my hand too. And she goes, and I said, well, she had a hardship, so we're in the pool and we're kind of waiting to talk to the judge. And she's like, yeah, I got things to do. And like you just said, I'm thinking, what, you want to go watch Wendy Williams or something like that? Because it's important. So there's a bunch of, how black people, we all congregate to each other to see what's going on. And so I said, they're like, what are you doing? I said, well, I have a court case coming up, so I wanted to tell the judge. So, and I did. So I got dismissed, but I did do my jury duty that day because I didn't want to leave. I said, put me in another jury pool. I want to do it now.
Right.
And then you knock it out. So I did finish my jury thing. I wasn't selected. Good. I go home. But the important thing is, and Dee hit me up on this too, we complain about the justice system. We complain about these judges. We are getting judged because we don't show up for jury duty. And we're getting judged by people that don't look like us. In this country, you are supposed to be judged by your peers. If I look into the jury pool and if I'm coming up for a crime and I see nothing but Hispanic and white people, to me, that's not
ass is toast.
Yeah, that's not those are not my peers.
Right.
And I'm not saying because a black person is going to be there, they're going to let me off. But I'm going to tell you real truth talk. My last case that I was in, absolutely the guy was most likely probably guilty, but they gave me reasonable doubt, and that ended up being a hung jury. And that guy, like Dee says, it was his lucky day. So Dee, you're a better explainer of how important that is.
I think you said it beautifully. I mean, it's just when we just decline jury duty for whatever reason, not if it's not life or death or whatever, in California especially, it's against the law for your job to hold jury duty against you. They have to do it, let you go in, they have to pay you. So that's not an excuse. But if you don't have anything monumentally important to do, go to jury duty because as Donovan said, when our nephews, sons, mamas, whoever, go before a jury for something they may not have done and their peers don't look like them or their peers are not there, guess what happens? They stand a large chance of going to jail for something they didn't do, especially in Riverside County. It is a high conviction rate of black people or people of color. They just, the boat just keeps going up the river. Get in, nigga. Get in. Over stupid stuff. And more than likely it's because they didn't have a jury of their peers, because I don't care what nobody say. White people show up to jury duty and everybody else so they can judge everybody else.
Yes. And in my case, within 5 minutes of going into that deliberation, they were like, he's done. I was like, based on what? There were 3 people in this room. The police was able to get everybody outside of the room, but couldn't get the one witness, which was he basically, without that one witness, this is a he say, she say situation.
Right. But if you weren't there,
if I weren't there, that guy'd be gone. That'd be going gone. And of course, the people are saying, well, if we let him go, he's going to go back and kill her. That's not our concern.
Because that's not why he's here today.
Right. Exactly. We have to go on what's happening on this day.
But they based it off of their ignorance about black people and all that.
Right. Oh, he's going to kill her and beat her up again. That's not my concern. I'm here for this day.
Right. We can't go off of ifs and maybes and
and
maybe all that other nonsense.
So, and that judge you got there, he isn't there because he went to judge school. He was elected. In a lot of situations, they're elected to those positions.
And who votes predominantly? White people.
White people.
They gonna vote people who have their better interests. We're gonna be tough on crime.
Yes.
Tough on crime means we're gonna be tough on your black ass.
Black ass, exactly. So you guys got to get involved. I was appalled to see this older woman trying to get out of this thing, and it just told.
But you educated her and the other people around her, and perhaps you changed their minds and gave them something to think about.
Exactly.
That is the key. Don't talk about people. Educate them, because she probably got on the jury, and all that you said was in her mind.
In her mind. So that's how important it is. I just want to do that. But this has been Don't Believe the Hype, where we talk about what is going on. That booty popping video. Let's see that as we go out.
There was no booty popping.
Yeah, there was no booty popping, but that woman is sure enough fine, but not as fine as my Afro.
Will she have your vote?
Yes, she will get my vote.
That's all that matters.
There you go. We'll see you guys again next week.
Listen and understand that Terminator is out there. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. And it absolutely will not stop. Ever. Until you are dead.